I saw my students with this sense of determination as 11 and 12-year-olds that inspired me and also convinced me that they weren't the problem, that there was nothing wrong with these young people, that they had a huge future ahead of them and they could do anything. And it made me realize that they weren't the problem. The failure of the system to capitalize on their potential and to make a way for them was the problem, and I never forgot that. My name is Timothy Daly. I'm the president of the New Teacher Project. I'm a 1999 Baltimore Teach for America Corps member. The New Teacher Project works like this. School districts and sometimes states bring problems to us that they're working on, and those problems always address some element of teacher effectiveness. They share the same goal that we share, which is that they want every single one of their classrooms to have a great teacher in it. But there are so many different things that make that difficult. And we specialize in working hand in hand with them to solve those problems. Sometimes the problems are related to bringing in great folks to the profession to build the pipeline. Sometimes those problems are related to growing the teachers that they have to ensure that each year they gain new skills. Some of those problems are related to retention, to make sure that folks who are doing wonderful things with kids teach as long as possible. And sometimes those issues are related to ensuring that the folks who are the most talented are teaching in the communities where they are most needed. So the problems fall across a whole spectrum. We view our job as circumnavigating every barrier that could arise to make sure that those things are not problems anymore. We would hear when we first started this work that urban districts had to take the candidates that no one else wanted. And the New Teacher Project took some of the early ideas of Teach for America about recruiting talented individuals into the teaching profession and took those to work directly with large urban school districts. And we rebranded teaching as something that should be not only someone's first option, but was something that was for very competitive people, for people that were very accomplished. It was the kind of thing that was something that you aspire to. And I think in places like New York City and in Memphis and in Houston and Washington, D.C., we've seen the applicant pools for urban districts grow exponentially. There's no reason for urban school districts to be the district of last resort when it comes to recruiting teachers. I think I learned in Baltimore that it was going to take more to make systemic change than any single policy. When I ran across the New Teacher Project, I knew immediately that it was what I wanted to do. It was systemic in its ambition. It was focused particularly on urban districts, which was where I was teaching, and it held as its core proposition that students had the right to effective teachers. And so it is our responsibility to make things different so the next generation of students does not feel the brunt of it the same way that the previous generation of students did.